Hey folks, Jordan with TYT Politics. I am here, still in Iowa at Little Creek Camp. I'll be leaving here today and headed to Flint, Michigan, where I'll be covering the new protest camp that is popping up in Flint, Michigan. So, exciting stuff, but I've been doing a little work from here, and I am sadly responsible to report to you that the neocons are rejoicing. The neocons are absolutely ecstatic that President Trump has moved away from his isolationist, faux populist to just another warmonger. And if you need any more evidence of such, we're going to do kind of gangster style. Let me show you what Lindsey Graham said today on the Fox News channel.
I am like the happiest dude in America right now. We've got a president and a national security team that I've been dreaming of for 8 years. So in 80 days, he's done more to correct the world, President Trump, than Obama did in 8 years. I am all in. Keep it up, Donald. I'm sure you're watching.
Well, if that doesn't give you a little tickle down the leg, I don't know what will. So Lindsey Graham is ecstatic after President Trump has bombed the hell out of Syria, has dropped the largest non-nuclear bomb on Afghanistan last week, is now proposing to basically go to war with North Korea. Lindsey Graham couldn't be happier. As you know, Lindsey Graham, he's BFF, has a little bromance with John McCain. And John McCain, who ran for president, and obviously Donald Trump, when he was a candidate, ruffled a lot of veterans' feathers and military types' feathers by basically saying he's not a war hero because he was captured, which was a ridiculous, disgusting thing to say. Well, John McCain is also really pulling for President Trump now that he's a warmonger. So McCain was on Meet the Press on Sunday. And Chuck Todd pointed out, the Washington establishment sucked Trump in and compromised his conservative populism and the America First agenda. McCain's response: I hope so. So basically, McCain said, I want the establishment to suck Trump in. The establishment meaning the neocons. So, in addition, McCain says, in addition to other measures, the United States should lead an international coalition to ground Assad's air force, the pair of hawkish GOP senators said. Ultimately, the grounding of Assad's air force can and should be part of a new comprehensive strategy to end the conflict in Syria. If the president is willing to take the necessary action, he deserves broad bipartisan support, and we will build it, McCain said. So again, let's just go to war. Let's not try diplomacy. Let's not try building a coalition. The United States, let's go in with our balls hanging out, Americana, and let's just start a war. Yeah, we'll spend a couple more $1 trillion, kill a couple 100,000 more innocent civilians in Syria. Probably create the next ISIS, because these, the McCains and the Grahams of the world, who war first, that's the only option. They only focus on the short term, how to eliminate the threat in the short term. They don't actually think longer term. Oh, maybe we're creating more terrorism by doing these things. Maybe we're creating more people who hate us. Because, when you try to take out ISIS or Al-Qaeda, you're taking out all these innocent civilians. And when people's family and friends are killed, they kind of want revenge and are more susceptible to becoming terrorists themselves against the United States. But those conversations and thoughts never really enter the minds of Senator John McCain or Lindsey Graham. Graham went even further than McCain, telling Chuck Todd that the U.S. must send 5,000 or 6,000 more troops to Syria. Quote, I want more American troops, 5,000 or 6,000, like we have in Iraq, to help destroy ISIL, Graham said. That means that we'll accelerate the demise of ISIL. Again, to hell with the long-term consequences, to hell with American soldiers who will die. To hell with the innocent civilians who will die. To hell with the fact that we are going to breed and create more terrorism by doing exactly what these folks are suggesting. These are the folks who pushed Iraq. These are the folks who have pushed war with Iran. These are the folks who want us to be in Afghanistan and Iraq permanently forever. These are the folks who feel we need more U.S. Air Force bases and installations around the world, even though we have more bases around the world than any other country. And obviously, to McCain's credit, he served in the military, was a prisoner of war. We give him credit for that. I don't agree with him politically, but he is an American hero. But at what point do we look up the definition of insanity? Right? So basically, let's toss 5,000 to 6,000 more soldiers, U.S. soldiers, on the ground to Syria. Lindsey Graham might as well be orgasming on Fox News about President Trump's turn to the establishment and the neocon wing. And by the way, just so you have obviously we know it's not about money with McCain. He served in war. It's not about donations. Lindsey Graham, when he ran for president in 2016, very short-term, ill-fated campaign, well, 3 of the 8 national finance co-chairs who signed on to raise money for Graham for his presidential nomination oversee firms that have contracts with the U.S. Defense Department. Graham, who sits on the Senate's Armed Services and Appropriations Committee, is a big player in guiding U.S. foreign and military policy. Many of the top-tier fundraisers also are aligned with Graham's muscular defense of Israel. So, Lindsey Graham, 3 out of the top 8 national finance co-chairs had direct ties to the U.S. Defense Department. Top industries of his, defense, Wall Street, the usual suspects. I mean, Lindsey Graham and John McCain are not politicians that are willing to have an open mind and have different policies and postures based on different circumstances and different circumstances on the ground. It's just one size fits all. Let's go to war. And they're sucking in our numbnuts President Trump, who, by the way, I was there. I covered at least 20 to 30 of his rallies. He was saying, enough of these wars. Enough spending trillions of dollars overseas, building schools and hospitals in Afghanistan. I knew it was nonsense, but he was right. How much money have we spent? $6 trillion over the last 15 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. How many schools could be built in America? How many highways? How many people could get free public college tuition? How many people could get single-payer health care? The list goes on and on. All these pie-in-the-sky things that the corporate Democratic establishment, the corporate media, Republicans like to throw out there and minimize. Well, Lindsey Graham scratches the backs of the Defense Department. John McCain has never seen a war he doesn't like. Yes, and now these are the people who Donald Trump is placating. And by the way, Donald Trump, remember, he only likes his intelligence briefings in one page, and frankly, it's not confirmed, but from reports out there, he likes visuals and pictures. So this is not exactly a very, very intelligent man when it comes to U.S. foreign policy. So he's very susceptible to the war hawks and the neocons around him, like John McCain and Lindsey Graham, who want ground troops, who want airstrikes, who want America first, who want America waving around their dicks all over the world, because we are the leaders in the world. Well, that has resulted in the complete economic sucking of our country, the sucking out of our country. And all this war, beating the drums for war, whether it's Russia, now Syria, guess whose stocks are going up? Raytheon and other defense industry suspects. So as scary as it is, that Trump has brought in the usual suspects from Goldman Sachs and Wall Street and big oil. These things are not good. But the fact that he is now kowtowing to the head of the neocon class should scare the hell out of you. Because this thing could escalate very quickly, because Trump is clearly trying to show that he carries around a big stick. And he's going to be strong and keep America strong. And as very wise men, much wiser than me, men and women have said, it doesn't make you strong to drop bombs. It doesn't make you strong to start wars. That's not strength. Strength is having the courage to occasionally look weak. Strength is having the courage to do the right thing, even if the chattering class and the neocons don't like it. It would be different if John McCain and Lindsey Graham were right once in a while, but they're not. I mean, listen to John McCain, what he wants to do. McCain wants to lead an international coalition to ground Assad's air force. Ultimately, the grounding of Assad's air force can and should be part of a new comprehensive strategy to end conflict in Syria. If the president is willing to take the necessary action, he deserves broad bipartisan support. Well, first of all, lead an international coalition. John McCain has never, ever waited to develop an international coalition. John McCain is for America going in and the rest will follow. And how are you going to take out Assad's air force and air bases? It's not only going to be by bombs in the air. You're going to have to send in ground troops too. These people have not learned any lessons from Iraq, from Afghanistan, from Libya, from anything. They just want to continually repeat the same behaviors over and over, expecting some type of different result. Well, I got news for you. If Trump does this and caters to these neocons, the defense industry will be very happy. The corporate media will be very happy because war does very well for their ratings. And you know what we're going to be doing in 6 or 7 years? We're going to be talking about ISIS 2.0 or whatever else, whatever new terrorist group sprung from our actions in Syria. I hate to say it, but that's what's going to happen. Because that's what always happens. Thank you for watching. We'll have more on this if there's any new developments. As always, you can follow me at Jordan Chariton, JordanChariton. I've been here at Little Creek Camp for a few days, so we have videos up on youtube.com/TYTpolitics from Little Creek Camp, which is a little smaller offshoot of the Standing Rock No Dapple Camp. I'm headed to Flint, Michigan later today. I'll be covering the new protest camp happening there. And as always, support TYT, me, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and all those good things. Have a great day.